call it a small update. 24th, 28th, 4 days without a patch. Mio. Prestani. Was it a slave market? Flesh market. Yo, I have to do that playful darkness on unfair. I need to read all those saves to try on unfair. No, nothing important. I was just speaking with NPCs, checking up items, spending money on slaves. I haven't bought any items, but I've spent nearly 300k on buying slaves. So that's about it. Nothing important. Game works like garbage in Alushidira. Like absolute garbage. Let's put it to medium. See if it gets better, if not I'll turn it back to high. It works like garbage in Alushinera, no matter the settings. I have a feeling like it works better on high than on medium. Weird. This is like... extremely weird. What about on low? It works the same on low, medium, and high, man. The game just looks 10 times worse, but it works the same. Alushinera is not optimized at all. That's not supposed to happen, you know. Those are huge changes in graphics lock. It's a different game. Like, come on. Come on. Look how better it looks on high, man. It works exactly the same what's even works. It gets a bit better when you zoom in, you know, than when you're zoomed up. We're gonna speed through this because we had this conversation yesterday. So I was checking out this yesterday, and as far as I know, there was nothing that I could use. That there was only the longbow of Leeching Strike, which is +5. If I wanna give it to Lan, and then I need to respec Lan for longbows. And that's about it, because Lan has a short bow plus something, 4. Feral Rage 4. On top of all of it, it's speed. That feral charge is just way too good. What's absolutely hilarious that feral charge has better damage because of proficiency in short bows. But if I switch, it's gonna be better with a long bow. Only because of enchantment. Constant haste. If you have an animal companion, I should switch and buy. Give him +5. Wasteland 3 is extremely well optimized game, even in its vanilla version. I don't even want to know what happens now with Wasteland 3. I'm gonna play Wasteland 3 very soon. The game is coming out in 7 or 8 days. I doubt I can finish Wrath of the Righteous in 7 or 8 days, alright? But as soon as I finish the first run of Wrath of the Righteous, we're gonna transfer to Wasteland 3, and then I'm coming back to Wrath of the Righteous for the second run. So, as far as I can tell, it's gonna be CRPGs only on the channel for the next 3 months. The display of power is also very good. Bloodlust is extremely good on land too. But those prices are just straight broke. Broke. I hate those prices. Next is Bad Luck Tavern. Today we're gonna play the arena, we're gonna roll for Minyago. I'll try to reach the upper city. All of those things. Ramissa the slave trader. The eyes of translucent Merilith carefully observe her surroundings. It seems this is not merely an image, but a projection of a creature consciousness. While her physical body is located somewhere far from here. Next to Merilith fidgets a shriveled mandrake, which utters the occasional displeased shriek. A visitor from another plane, I'm Ramissa, also known as Sloughed Skin, and I'm no simple vendor, but a true artist of a slave trade. My warehouse currently stands empty. You can always arrange for a custom order. What would you like to acquire? Perhaps your enemy's son or daughter, bound by magic and powerless in the face of anything you might wish to do to them? An attractive person who once dared reject you? The little brat who bullied you as a child? Alushinira is the city where all your dreams come true. Merilith licks her lips, especially if they're dirty, bloody, and sweet dreams of possession or revenge. What do you mean by artist of the slave trade? While others trade for material gain, I do it for art. Unlike others, I'm not involved in the faceless shipment of goods. Each slave who passed through my hands has a personality. Each sale is a spiritual experience. Not long ago, I sent my hunters to track down and capture a brave rebel fighting for freedom of his people. And then I sold him, chained and dressed as a pleasure slave, to the tyrant who had enslaved his homeland. Some may call it cliché, but I call it classic. So what I see standing here is just a projection. Certainly it's not safe to appear in flesh markets in person, especially for someone like me. You see, before I switched to this line of work, I was a humble gardener. I used to grow mandrakes. It's a well-known fact that mandrakes grow if you water an ordinary weed on demon blood, or if you plant it in a demon's corpse. The allies, lovers, and masters of those I turned into fertilizer are still searching for me. Thus I conduct my business remotely. In the same way, when I have slaves to sell, I first show their projections, and only after they're sold do I deliver them to a buyer. God damn this flesh market. Anything new with Sarkazis? bad you can't buy items from subclasses.
Move out.
What was it? Call to violence was good. But everyone needs to be enraged. Good for Skull. Only for Skull. You can buy lunatics here. A lot of wants. Aha, for Nenio, illusion school spells. As if they were 3 levels higher. And you can summon Minotaurs. Every 3rd spell gets quicken. What I see so far is the wand. A longbow +5. And a staff. And that's nearly 300k, and I am on a 300k. By the way.
Head on.
Islands floating in the air, not the byproducts of some crazy magic. It's the energies of chaos that endow them with their bizarre properties. They're not even the most amazing thing that can be found in the abyss. I should return back, you know. A lot of companions wish to speak with me with their own personal quests. So I should return back. I spoke with everyone in the flesh markets. Yeah, with everyone. There is a check here though. How much is it? 32. Get a shot. Till I have those buffs on. I got no penalties. Ah, strength expired. That fucking sucks.
Got it.
But we succeeded.
I lead.
Is
You
that an...
follow.
no. They're down there. Slaves.
Onwards.
Weird. Literally nothing. Just the XP. Getting close to level 16. Land.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Really succeeded on the first attempt. Holy shit. Holy shit, this day started well. Difficulty 42, I rolled 42. This didn't happen, man. Unbelievable. I thought it was gonna take like at least 15 tries to get this XP. Thank God. Thank God. Nice. Let's return back. Back to Nexus. Yesterday I rolled from 1 to 5 non-stop, okay? Look at this now, man. 2 successful rolls in less than a minute. Unbelievable. A sudden sitting pain forces you to your knees. I'm kneeling indeed. For a moment you feel as though you're in a frying pan. Your skin is on fire, the agony is unbearable. The world goes dim around you and you find yourself unable to breathe. As you fade in and out of consciousness, you hear the angel Tergona screaming in pain somewhere nearby. Great restoration. Then the pain stops. The hand of the Inheritor is standing over you. His hands aglow with healing light. My righteous comrades, what happened? I felt no evil spell, but both of you suddenly screamed in agony. I don't know. It suddenly felt like I was burning. I was bound, hand and foot, unable to defend myself, and I was burning. Wait, don't heal me yet, hand of the Inheritor. I need answers. I want to study these invisible burns. What could it be? A curse? A spell? I didn't sense anything, I still don't. We are in the abyss, many things are possible here. I just hope it doesn't happen again. If it does, perhaps we can better understand the nature of your affliction. However, we have much to discuss. Let's put the matter of this mysterious ailment aside for now. How are we going to find Echo of the Scary? Our mission is to eliminate the threat of Nahindrian crystals. That should remain our priority. We cannot ignore the Echo. Our insidious enemy knows that you are in the abyss, champion, and it is clear that he plans to kill you. Moreover, there is still matter of the hostage that he took from Kudura's vault. I know how the Echo of the Scary thinks. I'm certain that his lair is not in Alushinira. I believe he holds his captives in the Rasping Rifts, his lord's realm. However, as I've mentioned before, he must have a portal hidden somewhere here in the city. These goddamn airplanes. As I mentioned before, he must have a portal hidden somewhere in the city. It wouldn't surprise me if the portal is sealed or guarded. We must still try to find it. I can help with that. Let's focus on the mission. I'll search for the portal. You can't go to the City of Demons alone, sister. Your main wing may deceive some of the demons into believing you're a fallen angel. They will not all be fooled. That is why the champion and I are out to help you. They will not keep us from fulfilling our primary mission. Very well, I'll follow your lead. First I need to follow up a hunch. I'll be near the portal that leads from Nexus to Alushinira. Meet me there. So what do we do now? The Echo does not work alone. He has numerous spies and contacts among the demons involved with the World Wound. If we can track down one of the Echo's allies, they might lead us straight to him. We can search for the Echo of the Scary Hankman here in Alushinira. It would be like looking for a needle in a haystack. Fortune may favor us, but we're trusting everything to a chance. A more reliable method would be to turn to the rulers of this evil city for assistance. After all, we're gonna need their help in other matters as well. There is one tried and true method of hunting demons. Make them hunt you instead. The Echo hates everything and everyone related to Yomedea. If I walk into Alushinira and start killing demons and praising the goddess, he is bound to send some of his servants after me. You'll end up with half of the abyss chasing after you. Don't underestimate me though. I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. All my life I've been good at two things, killing demons and staying alive. That's exactly what I plan to do now. It's too dangerous, I can't let you do that. I'm not sure we can afford to be cautious right now, but I won't disobey a direct order. Camellia. My friend, it has been so long since we last spent time together, wouldn't you agree? We haven't even gone for a stroll. I missed your company. Camellia's eyes have an unnatural sheen to them, and her shallow breaths emerge from her throat in a feverish staccato. Are you alright? Yes and no. Camellia wets her lips and harshly exhales. I'm quite well. There is a way to improve my well-being 100-fold. I take on missions with me, isn't that enough? Missions aren't the same at all, unless shouting orders at me in the midst of the battle count as spending time together. I would like to suggest a little adventure. Take me to the brothel. Are you serious? However, given you cause to doubt my seriousness, my request is not as simple as it may first appear. Mireia is demanding blood. Her whispers are growing ever more insistent, becoming overwhelming, muddling my thoughts, stopping me from thinking about anything else. We need to help her, and I know how. In the 10,000 Delights there's a special service. It is only offered to those who already know of its existence. Below the brothel, there's a place where there are no limits. Do you understand? What's more, this service entails making a pleasure slave of the person your heart desires above all others. I would like to seize this opportunity. She's so fucking creepy. All we do here is fight and kill. Isn't that enough blood for Mireia already? You're very well informed about brothel secrets. How did you learn about them? How did you learn about them? Let's just say I made inquiries. All we do here is fight and kill. Isn't there enough blood for Mireia already? To feed Mireia blood, I must perform a particular ritual. Select a victim, cut him open from neck to navel, and wait for the life to leave his body. Then I lower Mireia's amulet into the still warm flesh. And then I take a piece of that flesh inside myself. You already know how it works. You forbade me from killing your subjects in present. Here in the Abyss it's an entirely different matter. We're not even in your lands any longer. What difference does the death of the unknown pleasure slave make, when the fate of all Golarion might depend on that death? Hold on, shouldn't Mireia be the one to select the victim? In the brothel she just have to accept whoever we're given. And anyway, why does a spirit from Golarion need blood of someone in the Abyss? You see, the Abyss has completely addled my little Mireia's mind. Now she simply craves blood, any blood, from whatever source. Even from someone not from Golarion. The brothel promises to turn the slave into whoever we wish. We shall do this and offer Mireia a choice. I don't like your tone, Camellia. Forgive me, my friend, only it seems that my request was quite easy to understand. But you... forgive me. Okay, we're gonna go to the 10,000 Delights. My friend, I'm ever so pleased to hear that. I knew I could rely on you. Greybor also wants to speak with us, by the way. Let's see... Geralt. What does Geralt say? Nice to be surrounded by good company, even in the Abyss, especially in the Abyss. How does it feel to be here? I feel like I'm in a museum. Who would have thought old Berenger would end up in the company of all these legendary heroes? There's the commander of the 5th Crusade and the Silver Ranger maiden from the Suns. And then there's the hero Yeniel. I know 3 streets and 5 women named after her. And finally there's the herald of my goddess. Talk about being awestruck. It's an honor just to be in his presence. I'm not the stuff of legends, never have been and never will be. For me, a war with demons is just war we have to win. When I pray to Yomedea, it's like turning to a mentor for help. There's no shame in asking for advice from someone you trust. I don't know how I ended up here with all of you, but somehow I feel like I'm exactly where I belong. What about Yeniel? Yeniel has not forgotten her days as a soldier. Despite her age and her terrible years of imprisonment, she has not lost her military bearing. She greets you with a slight nod. Yeniel, I know where Minyago is hiding. Do you want to go with me to your tormentor's lair? Tell me about yourself, Yeniel. Why did you choose to follow me into the Abyss? We barely know each other. Tell me again, how did you end up in the Midnight Fane? What do you think about the Holy Wardens? Do you also possess these abilities? Tell me about yourself, Yeniel. Now I can finally set things straight. It sounds like they've made up quite a few ridiculous stories about me in Mendel. Well, despite what you may heard, I wasn't a perfect paladin. born in Mendev before the wound was opened. Remember the sadness and confusion caused by Aroden's death? In my town, the priest would close down the temple, and he refused to turn it over to Yomedea. Delegations were sent to the priest to explain what happened. They tried to convince him of Aroden's death. He never believed them. He continued to preside over what was probably Aroden's last surviving temple. He was certain his god was still alive, and he grew old, still hoping for Aroden's return. I remember looking at him and thinking, what would it be like to be a living relic, a memory of a long-forgotten past? I suppose it's rather ironic that I've turned out to be something of a living relic myself. But it was the priest who inspired me to become a crusader. Those were the early days of the crusade. Now you call it the First Crusade, but at that time it was just the crusade. I was almost 20. I suppose I can blame my bad behavior on my youth. And it will be partially true. I caused my commanding officers so much trouble. I argued with them and I accused my comrades of laziness and dereliction of duty. Things weren't easy back then, and the desire to help and protect, the natural desire of every paladin, often stood in opposition to the need for violence and military efficiency. So in truth, the hero Yeniel wasn't all that heroic. Before I was captured by demons, I was merely a troublesome soldier. I think I see familiar fire in the eyes of Scylla, your companion, a brave girl, and her heart is in the right place. She's so young. She still has a lot to learn. I want to hear about your youth. Tell me about your time in the First Crusade. The rebelliousness of my youth, although youth might not be entirely accurate. You see, my greatest act of rebellion actually happened during the 10th or 11th year of my service. I had a public argument with the leaders of the crusade. I told them that I was tired of fighting alongside them. I said they were timid and indecisive. I accused them of turning a blind eye to justice, among many other things. Anyway, I declared that I'd be better off on my own. Things got pretty heated, and one of the priests shouted that he'd ban me from the service. Well, I shouted right back. I told him he didn't have the right. Only Yomedea could reject my oaths of duty. After that, I took my sword Radiance, gathered up all my belongings, and headed straight to the wound. I was ready to be a hero, all on my own. I was in a world wound for 2 years. Everyone thought I was dead. I strayed far, even further than the cursed city of Ease. I managed to free a lot of prisoners who were being held captive by the demons and cultists, but then I was faced with a new challenge. I had to get them home, and that's when I started to finally understand my commanding officers. When I was by myself, I could be reckless. I could throw myself into the fray, but when I was forced to look out for others, things became more complicated. Suddenly, every decision mattered. I was responsible for the lives of these prisoners. Many of them were crusaders, and quite a few of them were reckless hotheads like myself. It was a long, exhausting journey. It pushed me to my limits, and I came very close to breaking my vows, but I made it. I kept everyone alive, managed to get them all safely to the gates of prison, and the welcome we received. I suppose our triumphant return is what started that whole myth about Yeniel the saintly hero. But do you know who came to greet me? Do you know who welcomed me home? The two people I argued with before my departure, my commanding officer and the priest. We nearly fell into each other's arms, and there were so many apologies on all sides. The priest's name was Antoclitus, and he later became one of the patriarchs of the Church of Yomedea, and the name of my commanding officer was Staunton Vane. Staunton Vane was her commanding officer. A shadow crosses Yeniel's face. After a pause, she continues in a more somber tone. My deepest regret is that this monster Minyago escaped from the Midnight Fane alive. She ruined Staunton. He made the same stupid mistake I did. He left to be a hero when he should have been thoughtful and cautious. There are many demons in the Abyss, but I still hope to find the tireless beast and give her the justice she deserves. Why did you choose to follow me into the Abyss? We barely know each other. I suppose the obvious answer is that I wanted to help you. After all, you saved me from endless imprisonment. But there is more to it than that. After the events in the Midnight Fane, the Queen announced that you had departed on a highly sensitive mission. Everyone was excited about the commander, but no one cared much about the strange old woman, even if she did share the name of legendary hero. Yennefer shrugged slightly, as if she's still somewhat puzzled by her status as a legendary hero. Speaking of names, I actually met two of my namesakes. Apparently, it's become rather common to name children after me, but I digress. While all of this was going on, I tried to find out what happened to my friends and quickly discovered that I was alone. Denisa, my best friend, died of old age just a year ago. The priest, until Cletus became a respected patriarch, but age did not spare his mind. He's in his final days, being cared for by his family. Joran and Staunton, well, you know their story. And that's how it was with everyone I once knew. Everything has changed. The city, the people, the crusades. I heard no familiar names and met no familiar faces. Only the queen remained the same, my proud, brave queen. But time had changed her too. A dark storm raged in her eyes, a storm brought on by doubt or weariness. When the crusades first began, she bore the weight of the war on her shoulders. Suddenly she was responsible not only for the kingdom but for the entire world. She had a duty to turn back the tide of the abyss, yet even then, I do not remember her being so broken. Long story short, I felt lost in Dresden, and the last paladin seeks salvation in a prayer. Went to a temple of Yamedea, and there I met an angel who was just as lost, Targona. From the moment we locked eyes, I knew that we were kindred spirits. I learned a lot from Targona. She told me about the new power of the Holy Wardens. She spoke about the echo of the Skari and the hand of the Inheritor. And then she talked about you. She told me that she was going to follow you into the abyss. I could think of no reason to stay in Dresden, and I certainly wasn't going to live out my old age in some distant peaceful land. My crusade, the old warrior pauses then finishes resolutely. It's not over yet. Tell me again, how did you end up in a midnight fane? Was captured on the day that Dresden fell. I changed captors twice. First the traitor Arilu Warlash kept me in her laboratory, where she healed me after a fashion. Then she gave me to Minyago. It was subtle mockery, for Minyago was to blame for the death of my city and for the fall of my friend Stomp. Minyago set up her lair in Midnight Fane, and that is where she kept me. She told me that she'd make me her shell. That's how Lilithus tortured mortals and take their appearances as their own. Minyago had an entire collection. I even saw the elf woman she used to seduce Staunton. Poor girl. Minyago killed her in front of me. I'm bored of this look, that's what she said. She poisoned me with her dark magic and left me to languish in the midnight faint. She stole my appearance and wore my face as a disguise. I can only guess what atrocities she committed in my name. People knew who I was back then. How many of them did she deceive? Did they think Yaniel had miraculously returned? What do you think about the Holy Wardens? Do you also possess these abilities? I do possess these abilities. Been thinking a lot about the Holy Wardens have these powers, and I have a few ideas. Though I'm not sure they're worth much. Targona told me that Holy Wardens possesses the same kind of magic as the Warstones, but I never actually seen a Warstone. The Warstone didn't exist back in my time. The first one was put up in Kenabres after the fall of Dresden and my imprisonment. The generation of Crusaders grew up with the Warstones, so they take them for granted. They're a normal part of life. For me, though, there's something new. Maybe that's why I see them differently. Targona said that the strength of these stones comes from Celestials who devoted themselves to eternal service. She and her brother were supposed to give themselves to the stones as well. That's when I started thinking about the Holy Wardens. Our abilities make us living Warstones. I wanted to see if I could find a connection. Maybe we all share something in common, something that gives us our abilities. So Yeniel will become a living Warstone. Probably the first living Warstone. Pesor, it's been nice. So far, it's been nice. Don't know what else to say about it. I haven't seen much of the act. Oh. But so far, it's been good. Guys, to everyone that joined in, hello to everyone again. We all share something in common, something that gives us our abilities. Suffering, captivity, abnegation. Perhaps it's the result of Arilo's experimentation. Perhaps it's the result of Arilo's experimentation. Please don't mention the witch's name. No, I don't think it has anything to do with her. The traitor didn't create the War Stones, and as far as I know, our friend Beringer has never met her. Here's what I think. There are many worthy men and women among the Crusaders, their eyes and hearts burned with holy zeal, but even among the Paladins and Angels, there are not many who have had everything taken from them, or who have been taken from everything, like a tree pulled out of the ground, roots and all. And among those who have experienced such loss, few have chosen to accept the grief as a duty, a weight that they must carry. You see, we're like the angels who chose to lock themselves in war stones. And that makes us different from demons, because demons are anything but selfless. I think that's why demons are weakened in our presence or near the war stones. They can't bear such devoted service. It breaks something in the way their demonic power works. That's why they lose their abilities. Why they can't teleport, for example. Learned wizards would probably laugh at my theory, but it's what I honestly believe. Thank you for conversation. So now, there's two quests, one with Berenger, one with Yeniel. Let me see if there is anything with Inheritor. Hope your body and mind are in good health, champion. How well known am I among the denizens of Alushinira? The highest reaches of the nobility and the most apathetic among the rebel may not have heard your name, but the rest of the city knows you. Tell me honestly, what do you think of the one you call the champion of Golarion? My trust in you is strong as it was the day we first met. Stronger even. Your deeds prove it. It's no coincidence that we have all placed our hopes in you. You will face great challenges in a cursed place. Stay strong. Let's do Beringer first. Whistling to himself as he hones his blade. What? 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 Don't troll me, Beringer. You troll, are you? Let me see if I go to the cave and speak with him again. Maybe he's gonna wake up. The fuck? I don't know why they don't allow you to speak with him again. I really don't get it. Okay. They nerfed the Shadow Demon fight in Dresden Citadel, Chapter 2. And then now they just keep nerfing everything there is. Fuck them. What's the point now? Holy shit. There is no point in nerfing now. There's really not a point now. At least for me. I'm gonna get my second run with Mercs. Now I want it to be harder, not easier. They would mend the world for companions though, when I started. Ay, Jesus Christ, we're gonna speed it up. What was the Shadow Demon fight, by the way? What have they nerfed? I don't get it. What's the Shadow Demon? I completely forgot. I fought so many of them. Not in Dresden, in Kenabres. What Shadow Demon? But it's not named Shadow Demon, it has a specific name. It has a specific name. What was his name? Someone knows his name. Eustoriax. Why have they nerfed that fight? I thought you were store. God damn it, that name. Are you sure it's Eustoriax? Stoyriax. Yeah, fucking name, man. What was the fight?
Chips i Smiles ekipa deli osmehe. Zaprati nas i nastavi lanac osmeha.
Ay, come on, fuck off. Eustoriax. Yo, they nerfed this. Why? Why have they nerfed this?
Die! You won't survive me.
Why the fuck have they nerfed this? It wasn't a hard fight at all. I didn't even rest for the fight. I did that without resting. Shit. Put in the save. Brunner. So what? It's hard. Use the previous save. Use 5 save slots. So what if he spawns? It's an ambush after the puzzle. So what? I had problems with it, but I never rested. If you knew what was coming, you reload, you rest, and then you fight if you can't beat him, okay? I think you should go to hunt demons. It's time to get the echo of the Scari's attention. Praise your Medea. I'd almost begun to rust from disuse. I'm leaving immediately.
Move out!
Genial, I know where Minyago is hiding. Do you wanna go with me to your Tormentor's lair? Minyago, her name sent shield down my spine. She must pay for what she's done. Not just to me, but to Stompton as well. Yes, I wanna go with you. I want her to answer for her crimes. Let's go. Immediate. No, 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 no. No, no. No. No, 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 no. No, no. Not yet. Not yet. People don't want to do the puzzle again. But you can save. Yeah, I think you can save like 5 times after you solve the puzzle. Let's see what Greybor wants. And see if there is anything with the rest of them. These are Golarian slave leader. Look like we're doomed to death. You saved us, glory to the Crusaders. We'll never forget how you saved us. You're a true hero and arbiter of mercy. See if there is anything down. I don't know what's the point of this if there is nothing.
Head on.
And there is nothing. Pleasure slaves. There's no decent food, not even a sub bed here. Life is so brutal. What do we do to deserve such a monstrous ordeal? I'm scared. Why do you need all these weapons? You won't hurt us, will you? Not a palace. These are some filthy caves. Staying here is so disgusting. Wanna go back to Daddy's dunghouse. Pleasure slaves.
I lead.
Greybor. Greybor gives a sly smile as he lights his pipe. The excited glint in his eyes betrays his impatience to share some news with you. Finally, he can contain himself no longer. Interesting news has reached my ears. There has been talk among the more disreputable citizens of Alushinira that someone is hiring the most vicious thugs and cutthroats to kill a certain Vilodus. Familiar name, isn't it? I strongly suspect that this is the same Vilodus who set me up during the assassination of Darazant. I'd call that a fortuitous coincidence. What do you have against Vilodus? I can't wait to have a few words with the fellow. He contracted me to kill the Baylor Darazant and insisted that I use the magical dagger he gave me, which turned out to be defective. My target escaped, and even though it only postponed his death for a few days, it sullied my reputation. This means, of course, that Vilodus will have to pay. I'm not yet sure how I will collect that payment, in gold or his life. How did you obtain this information? I'm an assassin. If I don't know how to obtain rumors, I'd be out of work. I visited a few taverns, including a place called Bad Luck. It's a real cesspool, and information flows into it from all over the city. I was approached by someone who's looking for thugs to hire. He was the one who told me everything. I would have found out more if I had talked to him longer, but after he called me a bloody larva, he needed a dentist, and I needed a new mug of beer. Who's Vilodus? Here's what I know about Apre. He's a demon and a wizard powerful enough to enjoy his high status in this city. Probably on the upper plane. Lately he has surrounded himself with a small army of mercenaries. They're mere thugs who lack the skill of professional bodyguards. Ever since Vilodus found out about the bounty on his head, he hasn't left his mansion. I suspect it's full of traps. I wouldn't underestimate the danger of facing Vilodus. They were looking for real daredevils to bring him down, which means this whole business is almost certainly risky, maybe even suicidal. Who wants Vilodus dead? anonymous entity who apparently has more brains than Villadus, and it's smart enough to keep his name a secret from his employees. I bet it's one of the Deskarites. Darazan was one of Deskari's lackeys, after all, and even though internal strife never ends within the Snake Pit, they always team up against external threats. And what do you suggest? I'll be damned if I let a bunch of incompetent thugs get to him before me. First, I must have a little chat with Villadus, and then they can do whatever they want with him. How about we leave those hapless goons in dust and visit Villadus' mansion first? Sounds like an exciting challenge, doesn't it? How do we find Villadus? Mio! Prestani. Prestani. Šta? Šta me... Šta? Čuti. Predstav. Mansion is in the upper city. It's called the House of Wicked Knowledge. I'm not sure how wicked his knowledge is exactly, but he's truly wicked when it comes to business agreements. Do you want to kill Villadus? Not necessarily. Perhaps I'd rather have the full weight of compensation in gold. And yet the longer my vengeance is delayed, the stronger my desire grows to collect the debt in another way. Alright, let's pay this Villadus a visit. I think the conversation will involve some good old-fashioned violence. Is there anyone else left? Ember? Do you really think the demons will listen to you? They listened to me, didn't they? I told them what I wanted to say. They might have forgotten it all right away, but what if they didn't? What do you want to discuss with Nocticula? I don't know. Just want to see her with my own eyes. Maybe then I will know what to say. Sila. Slaves. Slaves, Asimars everywhere that I set free. Pleasure slave. Nothing with social. Nothing with Camellia. Nothing with Diran. And Zorgius. Nothing. Alright, check the items, sell quickly to Woljev. Then I really don't know. Probably we're gonna go for Minyago first. Let's see, what do we got? Hey, this heavy crossbow +4. What do you got? You got Thundering Burst +2. Better damage on +2. Better hit chance on +4. It's not like I'm gonna use Vanduag. Until we find a better crossbow. Although... I'll keep Sonic Damage crossbow, we're gonna sell this one. Finian. Presents. Bench his heart, +5 thundering. Flaming, +3 neutral, the blitz. I got so many items, I don't know what to use anymore. Battle Forged. Mitral. Sparks. No one can wield this. No one can wield it. I'm gonna sell it no matter that it's +5. What will I do? I had nothing to do with it. Same goes with the buckler. And with my warhammer. Bunkers, CPT Bunkers, thanks for the sub. Thanks a lot. When did I acquire all of this? Are you shitting me? Let's sell these items first, then this. I know. That's life. What can you do? Nearly 100,000. A lot of money in this area, if nothing else. Really a lot of money. I can easily buy something, why the fuck not? This is for a lich, gauntlets for a lich. Cleansing cloak. Whenever an attacker gets attacked, they need to pass 40 to saving throw, or become sickened and vulnerable to acid. Extremely build specific, that one. And I think it's gonna remove my resist. All save throws will drop. 23. I don't need it. I really don't need it. For now. I can keep it though, I don't need to sell. Maybe if I find something for saving throws, then I can switch. That's a keeper. I'm gonna grant wearer +4 natural champions to armor class. 4 to armor class. 3 to armor class. 4 to armor class. 47. 3 to armor class. 3. Vulture of Grape. Socio. Natural armor 1. Morale bonus and saving throws against poison. Give it this Socio. Prismatic Spray. A 17 level wizard. A 17 level wizard. Look at it from the bright side, okay? The entire world will stop very soon. In like a month from now. So get out as much as you can. Because it's gonna be a long winter. And that's also the right way to do it. You get all your money out of the banks. Everything. Everything you can. Fuck the banks. Let them burn, as far as I know. You can guess this. Hindrian Courage. Where the wearer of the ring is being attacked with a ranged weapon, they gain +2 morale bonus to armor class, 1 extra attack of opportunity, and their speed is increased by 10 feet for a round. Dexterity, Constitution +4. Raise in armor class. He's even thank you. For Volge. And the flat dexterity. You don't need Constitution, you're ranged. Yeah, you're ranged. $100,000. What do you got? You got that stupid banner I mean, not stupid OP banner. I don't know if I should buy it though. Crimson banner. While the item is active, all critical hits made by you or against you are automatically confirmed. And you got the Unceasing Slaughter. Dex Constitution, wherever this belt lands a killing blow, they gain +2 bonus to Dex and Constitution scores for 3 rounds. 3 rounds with +6 on Dex and Constitution with a killing blow. I need Dex and Strength, not Dex and Constitution. Although it might be good on Greybore. Dex and Constitution. He's got... No, he's got for Strength. Meio, treba dostat. Treba dostat. Šta ti je? Budem normalan malo. Šta je? Should I buy this banner? All critical hits made by you or against you are automatically conferred 300,000. 300,000. I put it on LAN. That shit's gonna be broken. This is not for a tank, okay? You don't want your tank to be critted non-stop, but for a ranged character, no one will reach ranged character. Petrol crisis in England, I heard all about it. I know all about it, and it's not only in England. And it's not only petrol crisis, it's also food crisis. In a lot of countries, believe it or not. Basic food, you know. Wheat, bread. Things like that. Eggs. Chicken meat also. Less and less in the world too. Because corn production stopped. In most of the countries that are among top 5 in corn production, and then if you don't have what to feed chickens with, then there is no eggs and there is no meat. Also eggs raised, for example here, they raised in price by like 20-30% or so. It's not, when I was speaking about it a year ago, those that were here know it, I was telling that it's minor inflation a year ago. Now I say it's a moderate inflation. There's gonna be hyperinflation for sure. And I believe it's gonna start on January. Yeah, you'll always crit no matter how high the armor class is. That's why I wanna buy it. And give this 300,000. It's not the most expensive item for nothing, okay? There is a good reason why it's the most expensive item. A very good reason. Where is the bloody thing? Crimson banner. You gotta hurt a lot, lad. A lot. Like a fucking lot. You just have to hurt. We're gonna go for Minyak. Oh, I should have rested. Yeah, I should have rested. Fuck it. With a curse be laugh. I don't know how it works on BB. I know it's fucked up because you can get crit hard also. It needs to be on a ranged. That's what I think about it. If you put it on a melee, you're gonna get one shot. Or you need some item that denies crits, then you can put it on a melee. A conversation with social now. What do you want? I found out there's a slave trader in the local market, a demon in a black mask. I might be grasping at straws here, but what if he's the same demon that kidnapped Trevor? Let's go there and ask him some questions. What are you talking about? Do you remember those soldiers who fought for the Hell Knights? They told me that a demon in a black mask was one who took Trevor. They thought the monster just killed him, but we know there's a slave trade here. What if the demon brought my brother down here to sell him? What are you gonna do? I don't know. Right now I have this unreliable lead and lots of unreasonably high hopes. If this demon really is the one I'm looking for. If he still remembers who bought Trevor. If Trevor is still alive. Let's start with a simple conversation. We'll listen to what the demon has to say, then decide what to do the next. Are you sure you still want to find Trevor? You may not like what you discovered. I've long accepted that whatever happened to Trevor couldn't have been good. Still want to know his fate. If he's in prison, I'll set him free. If he's dead, I will at least be able to pray for his soul peaceful rest. I'll see what I can do.
I'm losing.
For how
my
long
temper.
will I remain with this bug?
Move out.
Yaniel. Let's go for Minyago. We're finally gonna kill Minyago after 200 hours. More than 200 hours. This is gonna be the straight fight with Minyago. We do the conversation first, then we do Animosi Travisi. Incubus. Butchers. Minyago. Don't let him near me. Kill him, I'll pay you double, triple. Did you hear the Lilith? Let's finish this mortal.
None shall escape.
Ah, Minyago, Minyago. Minyago, Minyago. The Incubus, Butchers, and Bodyguards. Ranger, Magus, Magus. I thought there was gonna be some conversation. Let's do Animosi Travisi. And put an end to Minyago.
No one stands in my way.
Animosi Travisi. Amorane Sentes. Patricium Turinos.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
You are my favorite aide.
Ala swa down. Ala swa down. Ala swa down. Ala swa down. Na orana. Na orana.
I don't know how much is enough for this fight. It looks trivial.
Oh, the waiting's never fun.
Lissano Danyang. Amorane Sentes. Johnny Savitur. Johnny Savitur. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi.
Thanks for the follow. I don't know what act is this. I'm in the abyss. Guys, thanks for the follow. Thanks a lot.
Rely on me. Inimosi Travisi. Inimosi Travisi. Ona adaya. Inimosi Travisi. Ona adayana. Amranda grati.
I'm losing my temper.
Are we ready to move out?
No, I will prove my worth.
Inimosi Travisi.
You require my unbiased opinion?
Are we in trouble yet?
Missed me already.
No reason to pause.
I really doubt I'll need anything else. I really doubt I'll need anything else. We're gonna do it on unfair. Minyago deserves to be killed on unfair.
Let's have some fun.
Into the fray! The Inheritor, guide my blade!
We got a ranger here too. Minyago's casting sleep.
I will resist.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You got 3 rangers invisible here. Don't make me trigger less stand. That's actually gonna make me use more buffs. Yaniel can't even move. Good, she won't die. Where are you going? save Phantasma. Man, you take a lot to die.
Heal me quickly.
End of the Inheritor is with us. What the fuck was that? Shit, you tanky motherfuckers. What are your stats on unfair? 50 armor class on everyone. I will. High spell resist. I will. Look at me, Nyago with 67. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's not a joke, this fight. I thought it was a joke, it's not.
Pile on.
Not at all. I'll need to take a manual control. Look at the pay.
Heal me quickly.
It's glorious.
This'll leave a bruise.
Prepare yourself.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
They also heal.
Die.
They also heal.
All right. I'm all right.
Let's hear you cry.
This'll leave a bruise.
Assist me at once. This is glorious.
I can't save her. Diran is down non-stop. Need to make him over here. See how it goes, you never know.
This condition is irrational.
Nemio.
Run them through.
The light take you!
I don't know how we're keeping alive here at all.
I dedicate my body to science.
Minyago, you bitch. Turn on each other. Shit, I'm wrecking my own like this. I literally wreck my own with this.
Out of my sight.
Into the fray!
It's winnable, definitely, but I'll need more buffs. I'll just need a tad bit more buffs. It's unfair.
No one stands in my way.
Unimosi Travis, Unimosi Ona Adayana. Panda Grati
A bright future awaits us.
All this waiting bores me.
I welcome your company.
Are we in trouble yet?
I'm always open to ideas.
Quiet now?
I'm prepared.
Anything new?
I have good hope also, but I would like to reserve that good hope. Don't wanna spend everything. I think this is gonna be enough now.
I'm losing my temper.
You are my favorite.
I got legendary proportions, I got good hope.
Struggles.
I got stone skin communal also.
I'm all ears. Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
But I wouldn't use it.
Rely on me.
Battles await.
No, I definitely won't use it.
Please allow me.
Are we ready to move
Doubt
out?
is the heart's greatest challenge.
Let's move already.
No time for debates.
Okay, for a minute.
I will resist.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I do in Nenia though. Any old dude.
You won't survive me.
Die!
Holy shit! That's the banner in action. That's the bloody banner in action. Yo. It's worth 300k, okay? It's the only item you need basically here. I just fucking broke it.
The light, take you! Into the fray!
Endure this!
Prepare yourself.
Yell, yell. Yes, you yell. Eat a fireball.
Dissect your cadaver.
No, 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 no. Who's playing smart here? Nenya and Arushali. That's fucking bad. Let's try to remove.
Next!
Shit, 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 stop it. Don't do stupid crap. Just don't do stupid crap like that. Don't be morons. Don't be morons.
Assist me. At
Please,
once.
Diran, cast that shit. Cast it. Ew. Bitch! Bitch! How far do you reach with that, you bitch? I mean, I'll stump them. That ain't a big deal. I'll fucking stump them all. But I'm killing my own. I can always resurrect Diran too. Oh, now you got a spider swarms. Okay. Nice in it all. But for sure you're gonna die. A creeping doom.
This condition is irrational.
Those will attack down there. I got fire arrows, I can do it.
My wounds pile on.
She is forcing me to use Good Hope also. She's literally forcing me to do it. She's a bitch.
Oh, yes. What?
I'm prepared.
None shall escape!
inheritor, guide my blade.
Die!
Prepare yourself.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Desna, guide my hand.
See that?
What is that burst?
Bruise.
Disappear.
You're all right. I'm all right.
This condition is irrational.
This will leave a bruise.
Just help me.
Don't worry about me.
Someone, save me.
You are ball but with consequences when you resurrect.
Let's hear you cry! Run them through!
I'll later on when you resurrect.
Don't do it.
Very, very hard and unfair. Really, really hard and unfair. Oh.
I'm prepared. Anything new?
Unbelievable what you need to cast with
Please
this.
allow me.
The waiting
You
is
require my
never
unbiased
fun.
opinion?
I'm all ears. Doubt
Smile.
is the heart's greatest
The
challenge.
world's not ending just
All
yet.
this waiting bores me.
Rules are made to be broken.
I will help where I can.
None shall escape!
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I will resist.
I'm done with you.
You won't survive me.
Prepare yourself.
This condition is irrational.
Stupid swarms now. Stupid goddamn swarms. And then he was gonna die of that.
Vision blurring, legs are shaking. Peculiar.
I mean, Yago put on a good fight, to be honest. Really a good fight.
At once. This is inglorious.
See if I can win it, I can easily resurrect. Fucking bitch. Ah, shit. I can still resurrect. Let's see if we can win.
Endure this! Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Desna, guide my hand.
God damn it, Minyago. God damn it.